Hey everyone, this is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA. Today we'll be talking about selling to West Marine. So if you have a great consumer product that you think should be sold at West Marine, this little training will give you some things to think about in regards to West Marine. With that said, let's get started on today's training. So if you have a great consumer product and you want to sell to West Marine and become a West Marine vendor, this training segment will give you some quick tips and strategies on what to think about in getting started today. Now, I live in San Diego. I used to live in major cities. And when I moved to San Diego, I suddenly got involved in a lot of boating. And so that's where West Marine came handy. It's a very cool store for boaters, for people who fish, for people who are active on the water and so forth. And so if you have a product that's great for that, marine life and so forth, this is a great store for you. Now, there's several things I can say about West Marine. First of all, they're one of a kind, right? So they're very niche and they're obviously competing with sporting goods stores and so forth, but they are very specific. And the reason I mention that is because a lot of times when they are that niche, they tend to send a message out to people a lot that their product isn't ideal for them. Why? Because of the fact that there's just so much competition of yours calling them at the same time. Because if you have a boating product, you immediately think of West Marine and so forth. And so when everybody's calling that same retailer, it does tend to be a problem. And so the reason I mention that is don't get offended if they don't want your product initially. What they really want is to have you get your product sold in maybe sporting goods or different types of retailers and then come back to them once you have proven sales. You don't always need proven sales to get into West Marine, but it's definitely a supportive, helpful thing. If they do reject you, don't go away crying and thinking that your life is over. It just means that they're the belle of the ball. Everybody's contacting them in this particular category. And that makes it incredibly difficult for you to generate revenue if everyone's calling them at the same time. Still possible, just throwing it out there. Something to think about. The other thing to think about is most people who have products don't think about exploring West Marine beyond people who have boating products and so forth. The reason I say that is because they sell all sorts of stuff in stores. They sell clothing, they sell consumer electronics, they sell all sorts of things, watches, all these things. My recommendation is don't ignore any retailer just because you never think about going into those stores. It's really an opportunity for you to investigate before you immediately choose that's not the right retailer for you because it says Marine in the name. Happens all the time. These can make you millions of dollars, these retailers, these niche retailers. A lot of your other competition and other categories aren't thinking about West Marine. So it's could be an interesting way to get in the door if you are selling products outside of the boating and stuff fishing industry. A lot of times people just don't think about contacting them except for that particular category. And in that case, don't ignore them. So if you want to explore that, definitely go to their website, walk into their stores, and you'd be surprised these days, these retailers are putting craziest products in their stores, stuff that you never would have thought. I just recently went into Bevmo, which is a beverage store, and they put anything from snacks to kitchen stuff to toothbrushes, you name it, all sorts of random things in their store. You never know what people are selling. You should see Ace Hardware these days. They're selling insane types of things. So anyways, my point is that retailers are just hungry for making money, and never underestimate a retailer just because they are a niche retailer. Could be great for you, even if you're not in that category. Or another thing you can do is walk their stores or go on their website. And what if your product is working really well for another industry, another category, another person? Could you create an alternative product that's great for marine people? You know what I mean? What if you have a clothing brand that if you threw something on it that's for marine life, for boating and whatever, could you sell it to this store? Again, if you are selling consumer electronics products, maybe there's some sort of something that you could sell to that audience. I always try to niche out in different retailers because it's usually the competition is empty in the uniqueness of products. So I always look around and see, is there an opportunity in some way? Can I tweak my product to make it fit for that retailer? Anyways, there's so much more I can say about selling to West Marine, but I hope that sort of give you an idea of things to think about. If you want to learn exactly how to approach, pitch, and sell to West Marine and other retail chains, click on the link below. We have a free webinar that walks you through how to sell your products to retail chains. We also, if you go to retailmba.com, it's listed there as well. We have done for you programs, do-it-yourself programs, all sorts of things, helping you get your products in the stores, massive online retailers, catalogs, Groupon Goods, HSN QVC, and so much more. Anyways, Karen Waksman, Retail MBA. I hope this helped, and keep in touch. Subscribe, like, comment. We love you. We appreciate you. So much video content coming out. Join us. Thank you.